The HeartAway Broadhead comes in 100, 125, 145, 175, and 195 grains. It has a single beveled edge and has a cutting surface of 1 inch 9/16. Its built-in helical forces the broadhead to rotate, which provides improved stability and will shoot flatter than your field points. This video highlights 3 categories that most bow hunters are concerned with. Test 1, arrow flight of the HeartAway Broadhead. Test 2, a penetration test using solid cow bone. And Test 3, showing actual cutting surface of the HeartAway Broadhead. To start, we shot a 125 grain field point out of a high-speed crossbow to make sure we had it dialed in. Then we shot a 125 grain HeartAway Broadhead from the same distance, 30 yards. As you can see, there was no difference in the impact of the field point and the 125 grain HeartAway Broadhead. What's more impressive is we replaced the 125 with a 175 grain HeartAway Broadhead, and the impact was so close that we cut the vanes off our arrow.
Cut the feathers off.
Cut the feathers off. Hey, do that again.
The second test, we moved the target from 30 yards to 15 yards and hung a solid frozen cow bone to demonstrate the force and strength of the HeartAway Broadhead. This was the most impressive test we had ever seen conducted for a broadhead. The results speak for themselves.
Well, that's pretty impressive. They busted that bone to pieces. Look here, I want to show you something that looks pretty cool to me. It bent it, but you can see how that thing's twisting through the bone. That's how it bent it that way. See that? It was spinning through the bone and still twisted, but it spent through that bone. Let's look how this looks for a minute. You can see here, maybe you can see through the camera where it was rotating through here. See that? That's what splintered it that far. That's what makes it split so much, is the rotation of the head. See, it hit here, angling this way, and came out straight up and down. And it didn't break.
The third test is to demonstrate the HeartAway Broadhead may be a 2-blade head, but cuts like a 6-blade. We first took an ordinary 2-blade head and pushed it through a potato to simulate going through an animal. The cutting surface only allows for 2 straight cuts. Now let's construct the same test using the HeartAway Broadhead. The winglet design not only helps in flight, will also continue to spin through cutting like a 6-blade head.
That's the difference you get. Not through 2 inches even, and you got that much rotation, that much more tissue damage. To me, that's very impressive. That means you're cutting all these arteries over here and it's spinning through like a rifling of a bullet effect. In return, that means massive tissue damage, which means quicker kill.
The HeartAway Broadhead was designed by outfitter and bow hunter Sam T. Moore. He and friend Jimmy Meadows brought an ancient paleo arrowhead back to life using modern time materials. We believe after shooting the HeartAway, it will be the last broadhead you will ever buy. It's also endorsed by avid bow hunter Carson Smith. Carson was the first bow hunter to use this head on whitetails. In his words, if you're tired of watching your game run off with 6 inches of penetration from an expandable broadhead, then you need to check out the line of HeartAway broadheads. My buck made 2 jumps and fell dead.
You buy this head, the last one you'll ever need.